Look at your screen. If you're constantly jumping between time frames and chasing green candles, it's costing you money. Plain and simple. You're likely losing money right now because you're looking for a magic indicator rather than a repeatable process. I've seen it for 10 years. The retail crowd treats the financial market like a casino, while the institutions treat like a warehouse. Today, I'm gonna show you a proof of concept that strips away the noise and focuses on pure momentum. This isn't hype. It's the quiet reality of how capital actually moves. Here's the deal. Most traders fail not because their signal are bad, but because they lack a filter for the chaos. We aren't here to catch every tick. We're here to identify a high probability entry point and ignore everything else. The truth is, the market spends most of its time trying to trick you into overtrading. If you can't sit on your hands, you're just providing liquidity for the rest of us. Look at this chart. It's clean 15-minute view of gold. But don't get hung up on the asset. The logic applies for anything, forex, crypto, or indices. We start from one clean line. This yellow line is the 200 period moving average. Think of it as it's a boundary of normal. It represents the average price of the last 200 candles. When price is below the line, we have a clear statement for the market. The long-term trend is bearish. We do not look for buy here. We do not care about oversold and oscillator says it is. If it's below 200, we're looking for sell-side opportunities only. Conversely, if price is moving above the yellow line, the long-term momentum is bullish. We use the 200 because it filters the noise that confuses amateur traders. It tells us which way the big money is leaning. Now we need to define the short-term environment. We use a moving average channel. This isn't your standard signal line. It's a three-part boundary. The 21 period EMA set at highs. The 21 EMA set at lows. And the 21 EMA set at close. This creates a river on your chart. When price is flowing above this channel, the short-term trend is up. When it's trapped below, the short-term trend is down. But here's where most people start bleeding capital. They see price above the channel and they just hit buy. That's a mistake. That's how you get caught in a stop-loss hunting. The professional edge comes from the pullback. We want to see price dip back into or even slightly below that channel while remaining above the 200 SMA. This is the wait, this is the patience loop. When price is in this middle ground, you do nothing. Doing nothing is what keeps your account alive. It's the period where the market decides if it is actually going to continue or if it is going to reverse. Let's look at the buy setup. Long-term direction is up. We're above the 200 SMA. Short-term was up. But now we see a pullback. Price dips below the MA channel. We stay patient. We aren't guessing the bottom. We are waiting for a sign of life. Look at the most recent swing high right before that pullback started. Draw a zone there. That's our line in the sand. The market manipulation usually happens in these zones. Retail traders see a green candle and jump into early. Then the market sweeps their stops before the real move happens. We wait for the breakout. The system identifies a high probability entry point only when a candle conversely closes a candle above that recent swing high zone. The breakout candle is our trigger. It tells us the bullish momentum has returned and sellers have been exhausted. It's the same story for a sell trade, just mirrored. We see price below the 200 SMA, that's our long bearish filter. The price action is below the 21 EMA channel and we wait for relief rally, the pullback. Price moves up into the channel. We do not sell yet. We look for the most recent swing low. We draw our zone and we wait for the market to prove it wants to go lower by breaking and closing a candle below that swing low zone. Now let's talk about the exit, because this is where the amateurs and patience usually takes over. For a sell trade, your stop loss goes just above the recent swing high. For a buy, it's just below the recent swing low. We aren't here to hope the market turns around if we're wrong. If the zone is breached, our theory is dead. We wait, we exit, we target a 1.5x return on our risk. If you're risking $100, you're looking for $150. It's math, not emotion. The discipline prevents account blowouts during ranging or choppy markets. If the market is just oscillating back and forth and can't break those swing zones, we stay out. A ranging market is a graveyard for retail capital. By requiring that breakout of swing high or low, we ensure we are only entering when there's actual momentum in the financial markets. The reason this works is visual simplicity. You have a long-term filter, the 200, a short-term filter, the 21 channel, and momentum trigger, the swing zone. If all three don't align, there's no trade. It's that simple. Most people can't handle that simplicity. They want more indicators, more complexity, more excitement. But excitement in trading usually leads to losing money. Look at the screen again. Notice how many fake signals we avoided just by waiting for that swing zone breakout. If you'd entered as soon as price touched the channel, you would have been stopped out 3 times before the move actually happened. That's a stop loss hunting in action. The market is designed to take money from the impatient and give it to the patient. And that was the whole strategy. I'll see you in the next video.